As soon as the story begins, we see a British biologist named Adam. He used to research plants and fungal life. He is going to a remote house along with his wife and son. This is an iris village. Actually, the British government wants to cut down this forest. But the villagers want this jungle to remain untouched. That's why Adam has been sent by the government to inspect the forest so he can determine which trees are safe to cut and which are not. Anyway, Adam now goes with his son to collect tree samples. As Adam is in the jungle, his dog suddenly starts barking loudly and runs deep into the forest. So Adam follows him. He sees a very old broken-down house there, and when he goes inside, he sees a dead deer stuck to the wall. When he removes the deer, he sees a black, strange kind of substance coming out of its body. So Adam also takes a sample of that substance. Meanwhile, Adam's wife is shown cleaning the house. And just then, a local man named Colm arrives with his son. He says to Adam's wife, "I already warned you not to come here before. This place is dangerous. And your child is small. At least think about him." Actually, he wasn't happy about Adam and his family coming here. Adam's wife says, "My husband is not at home right now. Please talk to him about this." So Colm leaves with his son. When Adam returns home, his wife tells him about Colm. Adam says that he wants us to leave this place. He is just trying to scare us. Anyway, Adam starts researching the black substance he brought from the jungle. He observes that the cells inside it are killing the surrounding cells. Just then, Adam's wife comes and tells him that some black-colored thing is falling on their son's bed. Adam immediately goes there, but he doesn't find any black substance. So he puts his son to sleep and returns downstairs. But just then their son starts crying. They hear a sound and immediately run upstairs. But someone quickly shuts the door. Still, they somehow manage to open it and go inside. And find that their son is crying. And the window is also broken. They thought the villagers must have done this. So they called the police. They also told them that today Colm had come, because they felt he might be the one who did it. But the policeman says, "No, it's nothing like that. Actually, a few days ago, Colm's daughter went missing in the forest. And the people of this village believe that there's a creature in the forest, whose name is Hallow, kills people, and takes children away with it. Colm is just a poor man, who doesn't want your son to disappear, just like his daughter did." But Adam still suspects Colm, and believes he did all this. So he steps outside, and takes a photo of the broken window. And just then, he notices someone is standing in the darkness behind him. He takes a photo of that spot too. And when the flash goes off, he sees a strange demonic creature sitting there. And the very next moment, his dog also starts barking towards the storeroom. Adam goes to check the store, but no one is there. Anyway, the next morning, Adam takes his daughter to the market, so he can buy a new window. But the shopkeeper tells him, just buying a window won't help. You need to install iron grills there. Actually, when Adam and his wife shifted to this place, iron grills were already installed. But Adam's wife had them removed. Adam doesn't really understand what the shopkeeper is trying to say, so he just buys the materials to build the window, and sets off towards home with his daughter, which is right in the middle of the forest. On the way, his car suddenly lost control and stopped in the middle. When he opened the hood to check, he saw the same black substance on the engine that he had found on the deer. Anyway, he ignored it and started taking out tools from the toolbox. But just then someone pushed him and locked him inside the trunk. He was now trapped in the trunk, and his son was alone in the car. Meanwhile, we see Adam's wife, who finds that same black substance, which looked like a skeleton, on their children's clothes. She thought maybe their dog had brought it in. Just then, Colm arrived and said, "I told you you should leave this place." Adam's wife replied, "Okay, fine, when my husband returns, I'll send him to talk to you." Comb then left, placing a book down before leaving. Now Adam regains consciousness inside the car, still locked in the trunk, and his son is crying inside the car, in the middle of the forest. Somehow Adam tears the seat, and gets into the car from the trunk, takes his son, and steps out of the car. He notices deep, terrifying scratches on the car. He thinks Comb must have done this. Seeing all this, he gets very scared, and quickly returns home with his son. His wife is also confused, unsure what is happening. The three of them rush to the room upstairs, and suddenly the house loses power. Strange sounds begin to echo. Adam thinks it's Comb outside, so he says, "I've called the police. Leave this place now." Just then he hears a sound from the door. He fires his gun in that direction. But when he opens the door, no one is there. Adam then opens the book Comb left behind, and it contains writings about supernatural things, none of which he understands. He says, "We have to leave this place. Our car is in the middle of the forest. We must escape somehow." As they leave the house, they hear their dog barking from the storeroom. When Adam goes to check, he sees the dog's eye has turned completely red. He thinks Comb must have heard it. They all rush toward the car. As they approach it, the dog stops and starts barking while looking toward the car. There's a shadow visible ahead, and the dog starts chasing it. For a while they hear the dog barking, but then they hear it scream. Adam realizes his dog is gone. Now Adam's wife gets into the car. When Adam opens the bonnet, he sees the black substance has spread even more. He begins cleaning it out. Meanwhile, his wife looks back and sees many shadowy figures. She gets extremely scared. She tries to start the car, and as the headlights come on, a bunch of horrifying creatures appear in front. They had come to kill them. Adam jumps into the car, and they try to drive away. But suddenly, a little girl appears in front of the car. Adam's wife panics and turns the car, causing it to get stuck in a ditch, making it impossible to move. So Adam and his wife grab their son and run back toward their house. After returning home, both of them finally realize that Comb was right. There really are deadly creatures in the forest, called Hallow, and they only attack in darkness. These creatures never come out in daylight. Adam then peeks out of the hole, and one of the creatures attacks his eye, injuring it badly. Adam hides his wife and son in the attic, 'cause he knows that somehow he must protect his family until morning. As soon as daylight comes, all the creatures will go away. So he decides, first he has to turn on the generator, so that the creature goes away from the house due to the light. Now here Adam starts turning on the generator. Meanwhile, a creature's hand appears, which tries to attack Adam's wife. But before that, it injures her eye. Adam turns on the generator, which brings the light back, and all the creatures go away from there. Now since Adam had already become infected, he too slowly starts turning into a halo creature. He comes to his wife and son, and to keep his son safe, he locks him inside the cupboard. After that, along with his wife, he starts fixing the iron rods on the windows again, so that no creature can enter. But there was already one creature inside, who picks up his son, and takes him upstairs to the attic. When Adam goes up to the attic to save his son, the halo creature attacks him. Adam falls down unconscious. After that, his wife goes to save their son. Actually, the halo had taken their son into the woods, and Adam's wife sees that her son is now floating in the river. She jumps into the water to save her son, and somehow brings him back home. Then she gives her son to her husband Adam, and says, "Change his clothes." But when Adam sees his son, he is completely shocked. He says, "This is not our son. The halos have deceived us." But Adam's wife thinks that Adam is only saying this because he is infected. So Adam puts a nail near the child's head and says, "Show me your real face." But just then his wife attacks him. Adam pushes her away. And then the child transforms into his real form. But only Adam could see that form. His wife still thinks that Adam is behaving like this only because he is infected. So she stabs her husband and takes the child straight to Com's house. She asks Com for help, but he points a gun at her. He says, "Leave from here," 'cause he knows that either one of them could be infected, and they could infect him too. Meanwhile, we see Adam, who due to the infection, is slowly turning into a halo. Now he is almost completely transformed into a halo. Just then he sees a child. He heard the sound of crying and followed it deep into the dense jungle, entering a cave. Inside there were many children, and among them was Kolam's daughter, who had now herself become a Hallow. She was holding Adam's son in her hands. Adam asked her to return his child, but she didn't want to give him back. All the other Hallow creatures around her wanted to attack Adam, but Adam had a burning torch in his hand, so they couldn't come near him. This showed that there was still a trace of humanity left inside Adam, which is why he wasn't afraid of the fire. On the other side, Adam's wife was shown running through the forest with her son. She was surrounded by many Hallow creatures. She had a camera with her and was repeatedly flashing it to keep them away. But suddenly, she slipped and fell down from a spot, due to which the camera's flash stopped working. And just before the Hallow creatures could reach her and kill her, Adam arrived there, bringing their real son with him. He told her, "The baby you have, it's just a trap created by the Hallows. They wanted to get hold of our real child, so they lured us into this trap." Somehow, Adam managed to convince his wife. But just then a huge Hallow creature appeared. It tried to attack Adam's wife, but Adam killed it. After seeing all this, Adam's wife took the baby Adam had brought and escaped from there. Even though the Hallows were still chasing her, the sun began to rise. So all the Hallows were forced to retreat back into their caves. Then we saw Adam, who had now died, and the baby his wife had left behind, the one she had exchanged. That baby was actually a Hallow, because as soon as sunlight touched him, he burned into ashes. So now the child Adam's wife had with her was actually her real son. She returned home, missing Adam deeply. There were tears in her eyes. But before nightfall, she would once again leave the place with her son. And in the final scene we see the jungle, where trees were now being cut down. And inside many of these trees was the same black substance, which caused the fungal infection that turned humans into Hallows. And now, wherever these chopped trees would be transported, the infection would begin to spread. And the people of those places would start turning into Hallows too. And with this chilling suspense, the film comes to an end. Friends, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. See you in another thrilling explanation video very soon.